The Wabanaki called it Katahdin. It means highest land, greatest mountain. For most Mainers, it's more of a symbol of the state than a lobster or a lighthouse.
Easy. Nice.
Lynn Merrill is a Mainer through and through, and she's always wanted to climb her native state's highest peak.
For me, it is a turning point. I have wanted to do this since I was a teenager, but life got in the way. And then when it seemed that I would be able to do it, then I lost my vision. So life once again got in the way.
That's right, Lynn Merrill is blind.
Find a way.
She's attempting to fulfill a lifelong dream
Find a way.
with her dog Libby and an entourage that includes her son Joseph
Give a step down.
and Chris Eastwood of the Fidelco Guide Dog Foundation.
What I can see through my eyes is not a great deal. I have about 10 degrees of vision in my right eye only. I have no vision in my left eye. So I guess I could explain it to you as if you put glasses on and covered them with wax paper and then covered all of that except for 10 degrees in the lower corner. That's what I can see.
But she can hear.
Leave it. No.
She can hear what almost seems like a constant warning of her closest friend Libby, a 4.5-year-old German Shepherd.
And over that crevice.
It's okay. Come on.
And she can feel. She can feel the tug of Libby's harness responding to the command of a very concerned master.
Is that safe?
That's a puddle.
Katahdin is part of Baxter State Park, land left to the people of Maine by a governor who wanted it left wild and free. It's backcountry, hardened by 100 years of hiking.
Thank you.
And the hikers have beaten down the path, and last night's heavy rain has made the trail wet.
Either right or left foot.
For 2 days, more than 9 hours of climbing up, Lynn has been given guidance by Chris. On difficult pitches, her son Joseph has stood right behind to catch her should she fall.
We're gonna keep going left a little bit.
Joe's wife Justine and friend Judy Blondin round out our band, each drawing inspiration from Lynn. But there are problems. In places, the trail is like a rushing stream. The water is chilling and slippery. And for Lynn, it's an enormous problem as it affects her hearing. Sometimes in the moving water or in big boulders, she hands off Libby's leash and grabs a bandana to be led by Chris or Joe.
I think the noise blocks out a lot of what you hear. So we used a bandana that I could still feel some of Chris's movements through.
How are your feet?
Wet. And I have good boots. But that's okay. I imagine everybody's wet.
Doesn't matter how waterproof your shoes are when you're...
When it goes in over, yeah. That's okay. This is strange. It feels like we're going to fall through. Libby, find a way. Find a way.
As we work our way up the slides, the clouds seem to follow us across the valley below. Finally, we are on Katahdin's tableland, 1 mile from the summit.
So, we're doing it, guys. All right, what do you see?
It's flattened
It's
out.
all windy.
The tableland looks easier than it is, and it features one last crown of big boulders just below the summit. It takes more than an hour to slowly, painstakingly navigate across it.
We're going to go from saying we're doing it to we did it.
Almost hesitatingly, Lynn makes the final push and fulfills a lifelong dream.
We're doing it, Libby. Keep going. I didn't expect this to happen. We're doing it. Could we say we did it?
You did it, Lynn. Sign's on your left.
I can't believe it.
Touch the sign on your left.
I didn't expect to be like this. Libby,
You can reach out to your right.
we are here.
Directly behind you.
We're here.
There it is.
Aha. We're here.
Congratulations, Lynn.
Thank you. I need a good sob. We went from saying we're doing it to we did it.
As we reached the summit, other hikers seemed to appear out of the mist, and soon there were more than a dozen celebrating at the spot known as Baxter Peak.
So what do you see from here?
It's great.
Nothing.
Gray all the way around.
All the way around.
That's the irony of this. We climb Mount Katahdin and we can't see anything.
Can't see anything. Welcome to my world.
Here at the top, lunch is well earned and always tastes good. It's a place where people tend to reflect on the paths of life that they have walked.
If you're in that same accident and you lose your vision,
Yeah.
they say, have a nice life. And you kind of have to figure out what are my resources to have a nice life? There are resources out there through the Division for the Blind and Visually Impaired with the state, but it's not what you would expect when you lose a significant life function like that. But so many skills you just have to develop on your own, and develop your courage on your own, and realize that you can do anything.
Lynn says she wants to be thought of not as blind, but competent and confident. Her climb of Katahdin helps prove that, and because of her use of touch and hearing, it is fair to say that Lynn Merrill saw more from the top of Katahdin than anyone else.